Representing our elementary teachers is an exceptional young lady from Lakeside Elementary, one of our art teachers. Please welcome to the stage the amazing Cacey Narez.
That was amazing, amazing. Not surprising, but amazing for sure. And by the way, Region 10 Teacher of the Year, who does that? So proud of you, so proud of you. Great job. I'm also so proud to be here today. First and foremost, representing my little family. Thank you so much for being here and being there for me every day.
We love you, Cacey.
I'm also really proud to be here representing one of the world's greatest schools, Lakeside Elementary.
Woo!
Oh, I figured you guys had some up your sleeve. That's why we're greatest, right? Above and beyond. I love it. Good job. All right. Oh, art teachers. Where are my favorite people? Oh, I didn't hear that very loud. A little louder, art teachers? There's not that many of us.
Woo!
That's better. That's better. Very good. Very good. And of course, the world's greatest school district, Coppell ISD. As an art teacher, it is truly amazing to be addressing each of the amazing teachers in our district. But we all know that being a great teacher is not about what you teach. It's about how you teach. It's about having passion for what you do and inspiring others to do the same, especially our learners. It's also about being eager to improve and try new things. You know, it's funny, when I first started teaching, I thought, this is kind of hard. But I figured, oh, it's got to get easier, right? You know, one day you like have it all figured out, and then you just repeat every year. Right? Anybody? No? That doesn't work. Look, we all know that our learners are growing up in a world that is changing at a remarkably fast pace. And if we as teachers are not transforming the way we teach and the tools we teach with, we won't just be staying the same. We will surely be falling behind. And speaking of learners, great teachers know their learners, and they use that knowledge to tap into their interests and skills in order to increase engagement and instill a sense of ownership in learning. No longer do they need us to provide them with information to memorize. They need to be given opportunities to become great creators, communicators, collaborators, and critical thinkers. But most of all, they need to be heard. It is their voices that should be heard the loudest in your teaching. So, last May, I set out across the district to listen to what our learners had to say about the importance of art education in their lives. Let's listen together.
So I pondered the points of my art in this life. If I make it, will someone take it and think that it's genuine? Would they be glad that I did, cause they got something good out of it? Would they leave me and be any more inspired? And I question the outcome of the outpouring of myself. If I tell everyone my stories, would this keep me healthy and well? Would it give me purpose? And to this world some sort of service? Is it worth it? How can I tell?
What do you love about art?
Art is amazing, and you get to take your art home and show your parents. I just like the art teacher. That's just she's just so nice. I love art because it's fun, and there's all sorts of art. You can make bracelets, you can build something. It's like you can do anything with art. Basically, like if you bend something, it's basically art. helps you get all your things out. Like if you're sad or mad, you just put it down on a piece of paper and something great happens. Art is special to me because it's hard to explain, really. It's more of a feeling that I have inside. It's harder to explain it than actually just to put it on a piece of paper. Art makes you smile.
What's your favorite thing about art?
My favorite thing of art is that it lets you express yourself. No matter who you are, you always have something to say. It teaches me to be myself and be unique. When I'm stressed, art cools me down. Art is graceful, art is historical. Art can be many different things. It's not art was created by cavemen. It's a fun way to express your thoughts and feelings. Art is special to me because it gives me confidence. I am not such a good artist, but when I do art, it gives me confidence. And no matter how hard something is, you have to go try. If you fail once, you have to keep going and trying. It gives you a way to express your feelings, show what's happening around you, and many more things that can't be expressed in words.
Since both my parents are both very practical, they never really were interested in art, and so having a teacher like Miss Bonneau really gave me the opportunity to experience my passion. Now art is my life. You have your guidelines on what to do, but you can do it your own way, and you learn how to be creative and fun and inspirational to other people.
I think art's important because you really have choice in there. Like here, you have a big wide range, and you can make it your own.
Art helps me in other classes because it gives me a new idea and it really pushes me above and beyond.
I just love art because it brings out people.
Drawing and visual design have been the most effective ways to express my thoughts and viewpoints I may have, or it's just fun to exercise your skill in a certain thing. Like for some people it's sports or music. For me it's art. It definitely takes discipline.
One thing that I really learned was time management. This took like 3 weeks to make, and I had to plan all my time accordingly.
I think with art, the most comforting thing to know is that there's so many different interpretations that you can make out of it. So there's not just one single perspective on it, it's just all dependent on the individual. And it's just so personal because each person has their own experience, and their experience sort of contributes to how they analyze the work. And I think that's just really interesting about art. I think in the compound community, a lot of the teachers are very supportive of their students' work. I think this is my English teacher posing for my artwork, so he was really enthusiastic about that. This is my therapist also, and he asked me to explain this work over here. It's just a student, and her mind has been so numbed by the school's information that's draining away other creative voice. She doesn't have her own personal input anymore.
Art classes, I feel like they teach you to see things differently. I mean, not only are you looking at things for their aesthetic beauty, but you just have to look harder at things, and things teach you a different perception of the world around you. It's exhilarating being around a whole bunch of different people who are creating pieces that they want to create, and you're all speaking through your artwork, and you bounce ideas off of each other, and there's just a whole bunch of creative energy. It's unlike any class I've ever been in. It's a perfect balance of individuality, individual work, and collaboration with peers, and it really teaches you to find your own voice.
I don't know what does. Those kids really blew my mind. Some of the things they said, I didn't coach any of it, and every minute I was just like, keep going. That's great, that's great. So I just hope in some way I've been able to inspire you guys to be a superhero to your learners this year. Be the change that our learners need. Be the inspiration that drives success in your classroom. No matter what it is you teach, set the example of what lifelong learning looks like as you strive to transform one day at a time. Thank you.
Woo!